Welcome back guys, and we are here with another video today, and this is going to be my Izzet burn. Well, Izzet burn. I was going to say Izzet prowess, but there's like 3 prowess creatures in the deck, so that'd be a bit pushing out. But yeah, we're going to be playing Izzet burn today, which is... when I went to build this deck, I thought there's really going to be no new cards in the archetype. I'm not sure like what's changed, but I like the deck. And then I got the magnifying glass out and looked at some of the cards and thought actually be pretty insane in this deck, and I'm sure you'll see which ones when we get to them. But the deck is fairly similar. It relies on its 2-drops getting in some shift damage, and Thermal Alchemist is still as amazing as ever. They need to kill this turn 2, otherwise it wins the game. So you get in your, like, I don't know, like, say about 5 to 6 damage with these 2 creatures, which it doesn't sound as hard as it is when you can like pump this thing up 3 times in a turn. And then normally you just have an absolutely insane amount of burn just to finish them off. And I think we actually have more burn than we did last time, which doesn't sound easy. But as you can see here, we have a bit of removal. We have Lightning Axe, which is really relevant in this deck because it kills 5 Justice creatures, plus it lets us discard. We also have Galvanic Bombardment, so you know, good stuff there. And then we have here we go. These are our first new card in the collection is Take Inventory. Again, it's just here to be discarded, but it's paired up this time with Cathartic Reunion, same as in the my Team of Fog deck, but this time it's a more aggressive approach. Cathartic Reunion is insane. It means you rarely run out of fuel, and there's no sort of stuff to discard. If you're flooding out, you discard lands. If not, you discard maybe a Galvanic Bombardment, Take Inventory. There's plenty of stuff to discard. If you have more than 2 mana, you can start discarding Fiery Tempers off them, which is pretty value. And then of course, so I mean that's one the major innovation in the deck is that Cathartic Reunion is pretty insane. Like the problem with this burn is like you get your opponent down to 3 life and then you top decking. Well, this kind of just means you never in that top deck mode. Like this deck, you'll see another card later on. Well, Fevered Visions as well means you never top deck. And I mean then we go into our 3 drops. I'll get into the other card in a minute, but the other card basically means we will never run out of fuel either. Yeah, we have Fevered Visions, which is just pretty much a home run hitter against control if they can't remove it, and even now, just ping them for 2 a turn is pretty powerful. And then Fiery Temper, like I said, we now run all 4. I think we only run like 2 or something last time, but you know, it's 3 points of burn, and in this deck it is literally a lightning. It is literally a lightning bolt, which is a nice place to be. Firecraft, Collective Defiance, not really much to say. Both of them are as good as ever. You can wheel Collective Defiance as well if you don't like your hand, which is surprisingly relevant. When I saw that ability I thought I'd never use it, but I use that thing quite a lot. We run 1 of Insidious Will. I'm not entirely sure it should be in the deck. It's essentially replacing the Geist Blast, and I prefer it over Geist Blast, to be brutally honest. You can discard Geist Blast and get value from it, but this thing you can do the same thing as Geist Blast with the 3rd mode here, copy target instant sorcery spell. If they target like one of your creatures with a removal spell, you can bounce it back and hit one of their creatures with the 2nd one. And the top one is just a counter spell, so I mean, if I'm like really far ahead, like I've got 2 Thermal Alchemists on the field, I will just hold this up and then just play defensively because I can afford to, but mostly it's in here for just its versatility, and it's good against control, which is kind of not what this deck likes to see. New Chandra, she's insane in this deck. Not much to say, she literally can +1 and just keep burning them out, or you can get extra, like if you +1 and other +1 and get the 2 red mana, you can actually like harness lightning, no, not harness lightning, you can Thermal Alchemist for free basically, or you can, you know, start throwing out like a Cathartic Reunion or something. It's pretty good. Torrential Gearhulk flashes back an instant spell, which we have plenty of. We can discard, get like a Lightning Axe if we need to, or Fiery Temper for burn. Insidious Will is a counter spell or another burn. It gets insane pretty fast. And then Big Chandra because she's insane. And we've already got Torrential Gearhulk, so I thought I might as well go high. And this thing is essentially a 2-drop. No, but I'd say this thing is on average about 4 or 5 in a non-insane game. And this is our other spell. That means we never run out of gas. Just discard your hand and draw 3 cards. Not much to say. Mana base 24 lands. It's really straightforward. I don't run anything fancy. Just all the dual lands, 11 mountains, 9 islands. So I've been having actually a lot of fun with this deck, and I've been doing okay on my ladder. I matched up with this same person 3 times in a row, and they were playing a control deck, and it like traumatized me because game 1 I got them down to 3 life, I had the burn spell in hand. They top decked Linvala. So then I was at it again. I managed to get them down to I think 4 life, and I was like, come on, Firecraft at the top, and then they cast Ever After, getting Linvala back with a Noxious Gearhulk. And it just broke me inside, and then I mashed it with them twice in a row, and then they beat me game 2 handily. And then game 3 I managed to claw it away, and I didn't go on that. Game 3 I managed to win, let's just say I avoided the ladder for a while after that. This hand is slow, it's actually probably not even a keep, but depending on what my first 2 draw steps are, I can have a better idea what I want to do with Cathartic Reunion. Like if I drew a Thermal Alchemist or something, I'm happy with this hand, or of course a Stormchaser Mage. Our opponent is keeping on 7 as well, but I'm not sure if he really kept or if he's actually just AFK, but I guess we'll find out. He's here, and he's playing a Wandering Funeral. But this deck it's really good at murdering, like, okay, that's a good draw. This deck is really good at murdering aggro, which is quite a nice place to be. I run 4 Galvanic Bombardments and 2 Lightning Axe, which is just backbreaking. So speaking of Lightning Axe, I wouldn't mind drawing one of them. Might have to Firecraft that thing, which is not a place I'm happy to be in, but such is life. So what are we discarding here? Are we even going to cast it? What would I want to discard? Discard an island, probably. Insidious Will could be nice in a control match, but I want to cast it, but I don't want to discard. Okay, I need Firecraft. Firecraft's good. Insidious Will good. Fever Vision's good. Reveler. I'm going to have a fueled hand, so I think I'll get rid of a Reveler and an island. See, yeah. Plus, I'm not really close to casting the Reveler. And kind of wish I had that Galvanic Bombardment to discard. But I mean, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with how this is turning. Okay, 3 colours. But we get to. Hopefully, they don't have a counter spell. I might just. Do I even just slam the Fever Vision? It's going to be really good in the matchup. But he's got to have a counter spell, right? He has to. But I'll be doing nothing this turn except launching a Fiery Temper at his dome, I guess. So we'll give it one more turn, let him tap out, see what he's got. Okay, so he's definitely got a counter spell. 100% that tells me he's got a counter spell if he didn't play like a card draw spell. Okay, step 1, the bait. Okay, he's okay. Unfortunately, that didn't work. But do I just wait till 7 mana? Okay. If he's got counter spells, then Cathartic Reunion is a terrible idea. I'm just gonna pass the turn back to him. I think. I've got the counter spell up, and if he like tries to target my face with removal or something, I can redirect it. But I mean, yeah, glad thing I kept that counter spell up. Okay, so I might just kill that thing in the ice, and no, now he's tapped out. I'll get fewer visions on the field, 100%. Yeah, that's simple. Fever Vision is way too good, and now we've got so much burn in hand that I think we're good here. I think I'll just start launching like Firecrafts at his face. Like honestly, it's we either go at like 8 Bedlam Reveler Fever Visions, he's going to be in trouble. And Grixis is famous for not really being able to deal with enchantments. Although Jace could be a problem. Well, this could be a pickle. I don't know, I think I'll just first. I'm just going to keep going to the face, I think. I think I can race a Jace. I know it's like 3 turns away from its ultimate, but. Okay. I might just shoot off a. No, I'm going to Cathartic Reunion, discard these terrible cards. I know Lightning Axe could potentially be good against that thing there, so I'm not too worried about it. Now I'm just going to use the second Galvanic Bombardment on here, just for the point of damage. I'm not really too worried about its creatures, and now Galvanic Bombardment, the next Galvanic Bombardment I draw, kills my opponent. Which is always nice. So they're going to be on 10 life by the end of this turn, unless they can remove Fever Visions, which I don't think they can without like a Disperse. So I think we could be okay here. Thermal Alchemist is a bit late to the party, I'm afraid. But Harness Lightning, fair enough. But I mean, they're not really close to flipping it. I'm not worried about my life total. So they still have that 3 mana counter we thought they had before. So I could just start launching Firecrafts while they've got mana intact. And like I said, Fever Visions, if I can get them low enough that Fever Visions can burn them out through the counter spell, I think I'll be fine. But we'll see if they tap out. If they tap out, I'll probably go for Collective Defiance. But if they don't, I will, like this Bedlam Revel I don't really even need until like really late in the game. I'm probably just going to keep this Fever Visions and Thermalpus in hand in case the emblems, so I can get the Bedlam Revel on the field. But I mean, our opponent's on 10 life, then they go down to 6, and on that turn they're going to go down to 4, and the second Firecraft's just lethal. This is through counterspell magic as well, so, and they tap out, so yeah, I think we've got this one in the bag essentially. I can't really think of too many ways our opponent, like, they need Disperse or what's it called, compelling deterrence. I can't think of anything else. So 10 and then 6 and then 4 and then second Firecraft's lethal, so yeah. Don't even need to really think about this. I probably should just... Okay, come on. Yeah, he's gonna flip his thing here, but he needs to deal 20 damage in one turn. If you can, that's like including flipping his thing. So yeah, he's on the 4 life now, so he needs life gain. I don't think that's really gonna be here. So I guess we just see what they've got. Bedlam Reveler, that's a good card, but not when you've got 5 cards in hand. Let's see what they discard. Holy shit, okay, they're playing like, okay, whoa. Grixis Control, definitely. But Bedlam Reveler is not really a good card when you've got 5 cards in hand, and Control like 7 cards in hand, so I disagree with that vehemently. But yeah, they're just dead here. So, turns out Fever Visions is good against Control, as is Uncounterable Burn Spells, who would have guessed. Bam. And yeah, so you saw the power of the deck. I mean, look, we still got 7 cards in hand, and our opponent's dead. We got in, what, like I said, we got in, like that was like almost textbook. Like, we got in our chip damage with a Stormchaser Mage, and then we just burned them out. And so yeah, that's the deck. That was game 1. I think I was right. I'm not sure if he did actually have the counter spell. Well, he didn't actually, because we saw his hand. So I guess I could have spiked thingy on it, but I think it was worth playing around the counter spell. He had confirmed suspicions, but we can't exactly. What's it called? We can't exactly. Speaking English is hard. We can't exactly. You couldn't exactly use confirmed suspicions on turn 3, but I don't know. I generally don't know if this deck has a good matchup versus Control. If it draws the right cards, it does, and if their answers don't match up, it does. But sometimes you just draw 4 Galvanic Bombardments and then you're sad, and this hand is insane. I'll like turn 2 Stormchaser Mage, turn 3 Fever Visions. That seems pretty good. Oh, we're running out of gas. We'll start throwing off some Take Inventory, so prowess triggers. Only thing is, if this guy's extremely aggro, then we could be in trouble because we don't really have any Galvanic Bombardments or anything. But I don't know. So okay, we're definitely playing Planeswalkers. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but you can only play this deck one way, and that is beatdown. So I like Lightning Axe if he plays like a Sylvan Advocate or something. But honestly, the way I found this matchup goes is, what if they draw their hate cards, it's pretty unwinnable. Like if they draw Linvala or Noctis Gearhulk, not all the decks run them, but if they draw them, and if they run Blessed Alliance, it's really hard. But like these decks, not all these decks run them cards, so it's like you can't play around them. You just have to hope they don't run them. And he could have turn 3 Reclamation Sage, but again, in these like Abzan Super Friends decks, there's nobody really contested for spots. So I'm going to assume he doesn't have it. And I'm just going to spike the Fever Visions, get in for 2, and then draw a card. We need land as well, so I guess this is straightforward. But our opponent's down to 17. If they don't have removal, they'll be down to 15, 11, plus prowess trigger 10, and then we're in card draw mode to try and Primal Burn. But Bedlam Reveler is nice for that. If we can get some instants in our graveyard, we have 4 in hand, so that thing would make it cost 4. But next turn we're gonna have our instant spike turn, and like I might even just Galvanic Bombardment this 1/1 just to get the prowess trigger if he taps out anyway, because I don't want to get blown out by like a Grasp of Darkness. Fork in the Road, okay, that counts as tapping out for me, unless he plays Fog. If he plays Fog, then I'll just accept that he's the mastermind. I think this is like Legend's deck, isn't it? Whoa, what the hell was that? Like Legend, his Super Friends list used Fork in the Road. But second Oath in Nissa. So this is truly, he's all in on the Super Friends deck. So we know he has a Sorin in hand, which is life gain. We're going to keep that in mind. So turn 6 he's going to be able to kill a creature. Like, it's almost tempted to kill my own Storm Chaser Mage at some point just so he doesn't get the life gain. But I think that might be crazy. Opponent's really thinking about this decision. Let's see what the AI gives them if they don't hurry up. We've reached the Matrix. I think we've glitched out, which is fantastic. Give our opponent a couple more seconds to see if they can get out of this situation. No, it looks like we're completely locked up. I don't know. I will pause it if it comes back, I think, because I have no idea what's going on here. I'll probably just have to find another game. Okay, never mind, they left. Okay. We'll play this one out. Someone said last video that I should play the games out, and to be honest I want to see how this goes against Super Friends. And it's hard for the AI to play out to play Super Friends badly, so we will see how this goes. Okay, so we hit 4th land. Let's just go nuts. Take inventory. Probably keep Lightning Axe in hand. I honestly might just Galvanic Bombardment that 1/1. Ooh, Insidious Will, we can keep that up turn 6 for Sorin. So yeah, I'm gonna go all in here. That inspired my decision here. Because now what we do is turn 6 we keep up Insidious Will and then counter Sorin, and then he doesn't get the life gain, so we should be absolutely golden here. Chandra's gonna be nice as well. If we can get it down. Does he have a Reclamation Sage? That's what I'm worried about here. Declaration Stone, I'm fine with that. Our opponent is almost in burn range, to be brutally honest. If we draw land, we can go Chandra plus Exquisite Firecraft, of course. Like, I really want to play Take Inventory, draw 2 cards. If I hit an untapped land, I can fire Exquisite Firecraft as well, but that's so bad tempo-wise. You know what? Screw it. We live once. We're gonna draw an untapped land here. I've decided. Fuck this game. Well, now we're all in. We're gonna try and hit a land drop at least. Well, that actually worked out. So I mean, I got punished there, but screw it. We're gonna have to discard here. I think it's fairly straightforward to what we're discarding. Bedlam Reveler. We don't need 2 of you, and because the second one never actually works with the first one. Because of course you can't keep it in your hand unless you give it instant speed, I guess. Okay, so now unfortunately we are in a situation where we need to keep up. Well, actually he's got no creatures to drain, so we can't play Chandra, unfortunately. Then could attack with 1/1 Funeral, but he's got mana. We need to keep Galvanic Bombardment up or Lightning Axe for the Shambling Vent. We've already, so yeah, we don't need Lightning Axe. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna go. Damn, this is tough. This really is tough. What do we want to do? Because we need 4 mana up to counter his Sorin. I don't want to just pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could play Cathartic Reunion, discard. It doesn't really matter. You know what? Just get rid of you 2. I'm gonna have a full grip anyway. Second Fever Visions is really tempting, but I'm gonna hold no restraint here. Counter a Sorin, and then we can go nuts after the Sorin. Obviously, I'm not really worried about. We did discard our Lightning Axe, so we're gonna get punished for that. But we've got like I'm not sure, but I'm not worried about getting burned out here. Okay, don't need 2 lands. How many galvanical barons do we have? Just 1, so it's good for 3 damage. Which is good for the Shambling Vent if he cracks up. If he draws a 6th land, of course it's a tap land, so we get punished here. But we can kill his... Hey, I think it could be worse. We can kill this thing. And he's going to go down to 6 life, so I think we can actually just burn them out here. Because they're tapped out, yeah. He's dead. We go Chandra. No, we can't actually, never mind. I'm playing this terribly. I've really messed up this late game. But I think we can just go Field Visions, hold up in City as well. What's happening here? Oh yeah, his thingy flips. Forgot about that. Probably shouldn't have. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can go 3 and then hold up 4. Yeah. And then he has to kill us this turn through a counter spell, and then we win the game with Firecraft. So I mean, we got there. Our opponent's draw was pretty slow. They went turn 2 Visionary. Well, actually, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but we had a pretty good draw. So I'm going to leave it at that. Well, this is really a pickle for our opponent. We know they have the star, if they tap out for it, they die. And then we win the game, so that seems pretty good. Although we could go down to 6, and then, like, you know, they can't Firecraft us because they didn't play a second red, but... 1, 2, 3... I don't know. No, they could 3. I'm trying to think if they could have went like activated Hissing Quagmire plus played a red land to Firecraft us, and we would have lost. But okay, the AI decides to go for the Oath of Gideon. Tell me he doesn't know what you got in your hand, but we're not worried here because he's dead. Even through a fog. So yeah, we had this. Like I said, I mean, look at all the times our hand we're dying with like 7 cards in hand. It's pretty nice, which is what I like about this deck. 4,320. Do we get our gold? Yes, 28 now. Hey, we're getting close to 40. We're in the final stretch. I'll play one more. It's about time I lost. Because I think on the Gruul video I went 3-0, didn't I? I think I did. So I mean, it'd be only appropriate if I try and go 3-0 or lose, because let's try and get a streak on here. Like, I mean, we'll never ever repeat that streak I did on the, I think it was the Oath of the Gatewatch season, where I went 20-0 on the ladder. I went from rank 0 to rank 20 without losing. That was pretty insane. That was like an unheard of streak. I was just unstoppable. No one could beat me. I was a demon. But unfortunately, this season I think I lost on like rank 2. In my defense, I was playing a black-white Valorant Akros deck, so I don't think many people would get a 20-man winning streak with that. And we're playing IL_Litner, and unfortunately we're not on the play. But let's see if we can get a good hand. This is risky. I mean, we've got the Cathartic Reunion, so it's not too risky, I guess. Probably going to discard Lightning Axe and something else which we don't need. And they are playing a Lumbering Falls, which is actually like untouchable for our deck, which is kind of disheartening. But I mean, I'm not sure if it's right, and this is actually something I wouldn't mind people's opinion on. But when I've got a Storm Chaser plus a Thermal Alchemist in hand, I generally lean on getting the Thermal Alchemist out there first, just because like later on in the game you can go like Storm Chaser plus like say Cathartic Reunion to get the prowess trigger straight away. But I'm not sure if that's right. So which one do you lead with? That's my question to you. To you listeners, because spoilers alert, I'm gonna lead with the Thermal Alchemist here. If we draw a red source off the top, I will happily go Cathartic Reunion, discard Fiery Temper plus Lightning Axe, madness it out, get 2 prowess triggers. Like, this deck can go insane when it wants to. And in green blue, I don't really see too many ways for him to disrupt this, bar I guess a bounce spell. And if he's bouncing a Thermal Alchemist, I'm fine with that. Okay, he played Black Mana and a Lamphold Pacifist, so we want to be doing our stuff on our turn, which luckily this deck doesn't really mind doing. Red source off the top, come on. Oh, this game loves me. This game loves me. I ask and I will receive. So yeah, I mean, our opponent's on 20 life on turn 3. They look pretty safe, and then look at this. We draw 3 cards. discard 1 essentially because we're madness out with Fiery Temper. So now we do this again. And our opponent is on 14 life on turn 3. Because there we can trigger this thing again. And we drew 3 cards like I said, so this is like the power of this deck, yeah. And he can't attack us unless he plays a 4-power creature. I mean, next turn we're probably going to go Stormchaser Mage, Galvanic Bombardment or Lightning Axe, and then get in some more damage in the air. And then, like I said, they have to kill Thermal Alchemist. It just does so much damage. They could have Counterspell Magic. We're going to keep that in mind. I mean, I'm not going to play around it. I can't really play around it in this hand. Okay, he's going to flip that. Okay, so I mean, I'm going to go Stormchaser Mage. See what he does. Answers nothing. So we will ping. I'm not worried about that wolf. I'm not sure if anyone can tell. That wolf isn't really worrying me here. What's he targeting? Honestly, I'd almost say if I was him, I'd target the Thermal Alchemist. Because I mean, Stormchaser Mage got going for 2 damage there, but Thermal Alchemist is also getting in for 2 damage. He's down to 12 life, and then we can kill his creature, burn down to 9, 8. So, and we flip his wolf back, which was an unintended side effect. Skyrider off. Oh, that is a 3/3 fire. It's scary, I guess. Do we have a Galvanic Bombardment in our graveyard? That's the question. We do not. But we do a second one. So how nuts can we get here? Gonna discard because plot twist. I'm going to this first spell this turn. I think I'm gonna go Collective Defiance, kill his wolf, and burn him for 3. Go for you. Go to the face. Yeah, that seems good. Now we'll pass the turn to him, and then hopefully he plays a 2-mana creature for me to Galvanic Bombardment. But I mean, like a 2 toughness creature for me to Galvanic Bombardment. But if he doesn't, I'll just launch it just for the 1 damage, and then the second one will be a kill spell. Seems pretty good. And hey, look, he did. So that worked out nice. So yeah, this is what this deck thrives at. It just murders the decks that try and play a lot of creatures with like lowish toughness. And our opponent's on 6 life. But look, to be fair though, we are out of burn in hand. So we could do with a timely top deck of one of our many spells. Stormchaser Mage is nice here. I think we just have lethal, don't we? Close enough anyway. No, we do just have lethal. That was a good top deck. So how nuts can we get here? Come on, compartment you. Yeah, our opponent's dead, I think. Yeah, they're dead. 100% dead. That was a nice top deck. We have actually exactly lethal, which is nice. It's always nice to finish in style, and turns out that's what we're doing today. But our opponent's draw wasn't even that bad. They just never stood a chance against like all our removal plus like the Cathartic Reunion. Look at the work that Cathartic Reunion did this game. And unlike the other games, I actually finished this game with 0 cards in hand, which is surprising. But hey, another win, another one for the Izzet burn deck, and we're now at 29, so we're really flying up the ladder. And yeah, I love this deck. I really do love Izzet burn. It's very fun. It's very maths. I like the simple maths behind it. Like you go, right, your opponent's on 15, now they're on 13, 11, 10, 4, 0 dead, sort of thing. I like that. Kind of you just work out how to kill them, and it's fun. But yeah, so that is Izzet burn. I highly recommend the deck. And on that bombshell, I will say thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.